let's move on to our next session. And this is a very unique one on our agenda for today. So the idea is we all know how important funds are in our startup journey. And money doesn't come without strings. So it's very important that you find the right partner in your VC and you find the right matchmaking in this process. And it's not enough to get that money, and we need to make sure that money is being put to the right use of fulfilling and making our dreams come true. So our next fireside chat celebrates exactly this kind of marriage, and that's why we call this session Jab We Met, where we get a peek into the conversations behind the door between a founder and their investor. So it gives me an immense pleasure to invite our next guests, please, the co-founder and CEO of OneCode.in, Mr. Manish Shara. And his investor, the partner of Nexus Venture Partners, Mr. Prateek Poddar. Please. The stage is all yours. Thank you so much.
Awesome. कुछ advice
Please stop peeking into my notes.
So, quick introduction. Prateek Poddar from Jaipur. I work at Nexus Venture Partners, proud investor in OneCode. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this because I think I was talking about this yesterday that the missing part in most ecosystem is role model, and just stories around how role models were created, and Sai had fantastic stories to tell. I think that is very important for the upbringing of the next set of entrepreneurs and next generation of builders. And very excited to get Manish to share his story now. We share. Of course, we work together, but we also share awesome friendship, and we enjoy working with each other. We share all our ups and downs. Both of us share all our ups and downs with each other, and we have been a beautiful partnership. So I just want to bring it up to how it all started. So Manish, maybe to begin with, just to give a background to everyone, how did you start with OneCode? What was the journey? And you of course worked with Sahil earlier at Time Out, and what was the journey? Let's start with that and then double click.
Sure. So hi everyone. Good morning. As Prateek told that we work together. He used this word friendship, but I call him mentor. So that's how it is. Now, how the journey started. So OneCode. So it's. So I was working in Time Out, working with Sahil very very closely from I think 2014 to 2019. And one fine day, something happened, and I asked Ankit, who is again one of the co-founders of Time Out, and I asked him that, hey Ankit, tell me your Time Out's referral code. And he was like, "Ye kisko yaad hota hai? Like I don't remember my referral code, right?" And I was like, if you being the founder don't know your apps, your referral code, how do you suppose a customer to remember it, right? And that kind of stuck with me that, and then I studied this market and I realized that, referral programs have not been changed from last 10 years if you look at it, right? वो एक घिसे पिटे तरीके से सब referral program run करते हैं. And I was like, how cool it would be if I have just one referral code that work across all the apps. So if मैं इंसान एक हूँ, मेरा email address एक है, मेरा आधार कार्ड एक है, मेरा पैन कार्ड एक है, तो मेरे referral code 50 क्यों है, right? So I was like, if I can create a referral code of my choice, and that would work across all the apps, it will be very easy for me to talk about products that I love. And the other thing could be the money that I will get from referring a product can come to my bank account instead of that app's wallet, so to say, right? So that's how it all started. But today what we do is very different from like how we started, right? So it's a journey of lot of pivots, lot of learnings, lot of bashing. But this is how it all started, and a very small thing came and I was stuck to it for 1 year. I was talking to a lot of people, discussing with a lot of people, and every customer used to respond it like, हाँ यार चीज़ तो बहुत सही है, मतलब अच्छा तो लगेगा या अगर कुछ ऐसा बन के आएगा तो, and that's how it started. So that's how the starting of OneCode happened, like two years back.
And I distinctly remember I met you in so Manish was my last meeting pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And we met at the same hotel where those Italian guys were staying. I didn't know about it. I reached home. Manish called. प्रतीक आप उसी होटल में रुके हुए थे क्या? चेक करवा लो अपना. वहीं पर सब लोग रुके हुए थे. But so when you pitched that idea, what was the? Of course, I was not convinced, and most investors were not convinced. What was going on in your head then? How did you make sure that you kept calm and continued with the idea? Because those were the toughest times because of COVID as well, and on top of it, the idea did not resonate with most people as and when you were fundraising.
Yeah, I think that was a phase where I've learned a lot. In general, what does it take to build something from ground, right? Because in my mind, I was very passionate about this problem, right? But it was very clear after talking to a lot of people would say that, you know, demand supply का problem है, इतना scale नहीं कर सकता, market size कम है. So in the beginning, I used to take it कि मैं इन सबको गलत prove करके बताऊंगा, right? But then after few discussions, few meetings, when the same feedback started coming again and again, that's when I realized that it could be that I am getting arrogant here, and just because for the sake of doing it, I want to do it. It's time for me to reflect back and see what are they saying, what are the good things and what are the bad things, right? That's when the real entrepreneurial journey began for me. Because, you know, that's when you listen to people, so you are committed to the journey. You are not committed to your obsession, right? I was obsessed at one point in time that, hey, this is something which I want to build, and if they are saying that you cannot do it and this is a wrong idea, वो मतलब इतने सारे ब्लॉग्स मिलते हैं जहाँ पे आपको लगता है कि अरे इन्वेस्टर्स को नहीं पता, बहुत लोगों ने गलत प्रूव किया है, उस बहाव में बह जाते हैं. But that's not right? I was committed to the journey. Entrepreneurship is something which I am very very passionate about. I also come from business family. मैं 15 साल का था तब से कुछ ना कुछ business run कर रहा हूँ, कुछ ना कुछ जुगाड़ हमेशा किया है. तो मेरा हमेशा से excitement रहा है कि यार कुछ बनाना है और कुछ valuable बनाना है. So I was very clear that I am committed to this, and now I have to go back in the market, talk to people, see what is happening. I spent a lot of time with various type of people on ground, investors, reading, researching, and you know, after several pivots, now OneCode is an app through which you can sell credit cards and loans, right? We empower everyone to start their credit card and loans business, and everything you need to do that is something which we provide. So, you know, from there to here, this is how it is. And you know, Prateek pointed out a very important thing. He was also not convinced. So when I first met him, he was like, ये नहीं होने वाला है, and politely he said no to me, and I got rejection from at least 20, 30, 40 investors in a period of 3-4 months. And I was rejected at one point in time because, you know, at some point in time this was also playing in my mind that, hey, you know, I've seen so much in Dine Out, and you know what is not clicking to these people, like क्यों नहीं इनको समझ में आ रहा है जो मैं करना चाह रहा हूँ. And then I realized कि यार maybe it's worth, you know, reflecting back, learning from people, understanding, keep your eyes and ears open. This is a very cliche statement, but very very hard to do as an entrepreneur. Very very hard to do, but once you start doing it, you will see a very different side of your journey, etc. So yeah, from there to 1 year later when this happened, you know, tables turned. There was a moment of 1 month or 15 days where, you know, we got call from like all big VCs in the country. They wanted to invest. I got a call at 2 a.m. in the night, 3 a.m. in the night, some big funds pitching, saying कि इसको convince करो कि ये पैसा हमसे ले. So you know, this happened in a span of 6 months. All folks who rejected us, they came back to us, and they came back like anything at that point in time. Yeah.
And I'll just double click on what he said. It's a very very difficult thing to do for most entrepreneurs. People misunderstand passion and confidence and belief with stubbornness. और बहुत फाइन लाइन होती है दोनों में। और मैं मनीष की बात से भी लग रहा होगा ना, मैं बहुत बार बोलता हूँ एंटरप्रेन्योर कम क्रांतिकारी ज़्यादा हो। तो ही एक्चुअली बिलीव्स एंड ब्रीथ्स इट लाइक अ रिवोल्यूशनरी डज, बट स्टिल he has been willing to adapt and malleable about things, which is a very fine line. And I would advise a lot of entrepreneurs to do it. बहुत सारे blog articles मिलते हैं कि सब बेकार है, जो तुम कर रहे हो वही सही है, ऐसा होता नहीं है। बहुत कम जगह ऐसा होता है। That's the reality in life. So continuing on, by the way, one other challenge we had when we were talking was then you were single founder.
Yeah.
So it would be good to understand that story as well. How did you think of co-founder? And by the way, you and Yash are driving that team भी आती है, right? So you were able to convince him at the right time. So it would be good for you to know that story.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, so again, selecting a co-founder is a very, very difficult decision. I think when we are talking to someone for the first time, it feels that यार इतना मतलब काम चला लेंगे types, but अब after 2 years, I have realized that you know it's a deal maker or a breaker. Majority of the startups fail because of co-founder conflicts. It's a proven data. Now, how it happened is, again, credit to Sahil Ankit here, because Yash was also in Dineout. We both joined Dineout at the same time 5 years back. He was into sales, I was into product. So you know that matching was always there. We used to talk a lot about problems, etc., etc. And Yash was also kind of fatigue aa gaya tha Dineout mein after spending 4-5 years, and he was also looking for something. He was looking for something much more challenging. And then he one fine day went to Sahil and Ankit and say that I want to leave and maybe I want to do something else. Then actually they told him at that point in time that Shara bhi kar raha hai, वो ऑलरेडी लगा हुआ है 6 महीने से, एक बार बात करके देख लो, अगर सही होता है तो यू गाइस कैन डू इट टुगेदर। आई विल टेल, हाँ 3 महीने का कोर्सशिप था, करेक्ट। तो 3 महीने हम लोगों ने नो स्ट्रिंग्स अटैच, नो कमिटमेंट टाइप्स वर्क किया। उसने बोला आई कम, आई हेल्प यू इन ऑनबोर्डिंग पार्टनर्स। आई वाज ऑलरेडी डूइंग प्रोडक्ट एंड टेक, सो इज लाइक 3 महीने करते हैं फिर इवैल्यूएट करेंगे। मुझे लगता है 3 महीने बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं होता, बट I am a person who rely on gut more than anything else. So there was a gut feeling that this will work out, and I am lucky that it has worked out, because it's a very difficult choice. जिस तरह से हम लोग मिले, जिस तरह से बातचीत हुई, chances बहुत कम थे कि ये sustain कर पाता, right? But because there is a lot of things where we think together, the passion is same, the motivation is same. That's what matters the most, right? Like both of us, we are able to keep our ego aside whenever we are having a conversation. We do it very objectively, and most importantly, that passion towards building something valuable is something which keeps us together. That is most important than anything else.
I'll also add that when I'm working with 2 founders, it's not as trivial, because if I'm communicating something to one founder, second founder should be there, not be there. It goes on in my mind when I'm working with entrepreneurs. But in their case, because of a simple trust equation that is there,
Yeah.
I don't even think who am I talking to, which is a very important thing. So I think in my head, trust was the most important thing that made it work. Everything else is skill, etc. is secondary in some sense.
Yeah. Skills. See, over a period of time, you know that after 6 months, 12 months, whenever you have some money in bank, you cannot do everything. You need to have people. So skill set, मुझे लगता है कि manage हो जाता है after a particular point in time. But what Sahil said is very, very important. That trust is very, very important. It's a currency जो बहुत ही undervalued है in general within people, but it is very, very powerful.
And Manish, I would also love for you to tell the story around the pivot exactly. And by the way, this was coinciding with the fundraise in some sense. And you were juggling both the parts together. So why don't you tell that story?
Yeah, so see, pivot was, it's a call that you have to take, right? So when I was doing the One Code 1.0, the answers were not very clear about. In order to make something very big, you have to be a painkiller. And the inspiration was like, if you look at, for example, right, 2 बड़ी कंपनियां हैं दुनिया में, एक है Uber और एक है Dream11, right? अब इमेजिन कल को Dream11 बंद हो जाती है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, तो क्या बदलेगा हमारी सोसाइटी? बट अगर कल को Uber बंद हो जाती है तो क्या बदलेगा सोसाइटी? right? A lot of people would not know how their next meal is going to come. So, right? So Uber has created an irreversible change in society. And because this change is irreversible, it's a very valuable company. So I am personally inclined towards building something which can bring a change which is irreversible. So this theme was very clear in my mind that I have to, it should not be a good to have thing, it has to be a real value addition. It should solve some problem, and so in this journey, I was talking to a lot of people on ground, understanding their pain points. One market, जिसको मेरे को realization इतना potential इतना बड़ा है, I saw that India में largest manpower जो unorganized है, वो लोगों के जो financial products बेचते हैं, right? Credit card बेचने वाले, loan बेचने वाले, mutual fund बेचने वाले, stock traders, banking correspondents, मतलब इतनी लंबी list है, and I couldn't find any platform which is designed for them to make them efficient. Right? And I was like, why is this happening, right? And then again, talking to these people, understanding their challenges, I realized this is a must-have problem. If we build something for them, right? It will be like अगर one code exist नहीं करेगा तो हम पता नहीं क्या करेंगे. वो movement हम उनके लिए create कर सकते हैं to those millions of people, right? That's how it started कि एक platform बनाते हैं, we'll build all tools, technology that these people require to be much more efficient, to increase their income, etc., etc. And on other side, you will have partners, brands, जिनको लोग चाहिए ही होते हैं on ground to promote their products, to sell their products. Call center और Facebook, Google से नहीं हो सकती उनकी marketing. They will get up like an army of people across the country to sell their products. So that was very clear कि both sides, it's a genuine problem, it's a legitimate problem. It is not a vitamin, it is actually a painkiller, and this is something which is worth solving for. I was very passionate about solving for these people because I am from Jaipur, come from humble background, tier 2. मैं उन लोगों के लिए जिनके लिए बना रहा था उनसे काफी relate भी कर पा रहा था कि लाइफ में 5-7 हज़ार रुपए की भी क्या वैल्यू होती है. तो मतलब all these things club together, बनाना शुरू किया और फिर उसके बाद से got decent traction and some very good partners. Wow.
And I would just want entrepreneurs to note that ये जो empathy वाली चीज लोग बोलने के लिए बोल देते हैं, वो genuinely feeling आती है ना जब when Manish is talking about it. I think that was the trigger point for us. तो हमने ऐसी बहुत सारी कंपनीज देखी थी पहले में, जो नेटवर्क्स बना रही थी, जो बोल रही थी हम बेचेंगे ये होगा वो होगा, कोई स्केल नहीं करा, कभी कोई स्केल नहीं किया, सब में इवेंचुअली अटक जाता था. But the reason OneCode was different was because of this mindset of having very deep empathy with the agent network.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think empathy, it cannot be forced, right? You have to be either one of those, or you spend a lot of time with these people that you start relating with them day in day out. Last 6 months में ऐसा कई बार हुआ है जहाँ पे मेरी टीम ने मुझे बोला है कि यार ये प्रॉब्लम है, and even without talking to agents, I have told them that this is something, this is how they are perceiving it, and this is what we need to do. It's a very nuanced thing, very small thing, right? And when they go back, talk to 10-15 people, they share the recordings with me, and they're like, वो यही बोल रहे थे जो आप बोल रहे हो. तो मैं मतलब दिन में 2-3-4 घंटे, रात में 1 बजे 2 बजे, the only thing that I do is to be with these people, to spend time with them, to relate with them as much as I can, so that that comes naturally. That empathy thing has to come very naturally.
Manish, why don't you also tell us the story around how you closed our deal? By the way, quick tidbit. Friday night, 9 a.m. to Saturday morning 5 a.m. लगे रहे फोन पे कि भाई पैसे हमसे लोगे और किसी से नहीं लोगे. He had offers from everyone in the world, and he chose empathetically. So why don't you tell the story from the beginning?
So in a span of less than 12 hours, we got 4 term sheets back to back. पहले सिकोया, फिर ये, फिर वो, and then फिर आने लगे फोन और आने लगे सारे यूनिकॉर्न फाउंडर्स के फोन कि सुना है तुम रेस कर रहे हो, तुम इससे नहीं इससे करो, ये फंड बेटर है, ऐसा बेटर है. रात में 2 बजे I remember 2 a.m. Gaurav Munjal called me and he's like, रेस कर रहे हो अच्छी बात है, but this is how you should think and etc. etc. तो So I think our reason of choosing Nexus over everyone else was that, again, if you could look Prateek, right, that humility, sense of working together, because it's a 10 years journey, 10, 20 years journey. It's not a one-time decision that you have to take. And we were committed to long term. And when Prateek, प्रतीक ने कम से कम 15 बार फोन किया होगा उन 24 घंटों में उस डील के लिए. तो जब जितनी मेरी प्रतीक से बात हुई उतना मेरा कन्विक्शन इंक्लिनेशन टुवर्ड्स प्रतीक इंक्रीज, बिकॉज एवरी टाइम हम बात करते थे he was only focused about what is right for the company at that point in time. मुझे अच्छे से याद है, रात भर 3-4 बज गए थे, मैं और यश बहुत ज्यादा थक गए थे, मेंटली कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था क्या करें. दैट्स अ गुड प्रॉब्लम टू हैव, बट किसको चूज करें, एक को मना करते हैं, सब बड़े फंड्स हैं. तो सुबह मैं सो गया उस वक्त, तो सुबह 7 बजे मेरे को लगा मेरे को बेस्ट आइडिया है. एंड आई वाज लाइक कि 3 बड़े फंड्स हैं, इनको इतना देके तीनों को कैप टेबल पे ले आते हैं. सम जुगाड़ मैथ्स आई डिड ऑन पेपर एंड आई टोल्ड यश कि यार यही बेस्ट फॉर्मूला है कंपनी के लिए, ये करते हैं. 8:30 बजे प्रतीक को फोन किया. प्रतीक ने बोला भाई कुछ भी करना, बस ये मत करना, तुम मेरे से पैसे लो मत लो, लेकिन ये तुम्हारी कंपनी का सत्यानाश कर देगा. So the way he was thinking, कि don't make it a party round, give enough skin to every investor if you really want them to be committed with you, etc. etc. तो फिर हमें समझ में आया कि यार they are the right partners. It's all about partnership. After a point, money is a commodity. That's fact. It's all about the people that you're working with. And I cherish, like whenever we are in trouble, business-wise, personal-wise, he's the first person to talk to. We call him, like we share everything with him. So that sort of a bond, that again gut feeling, right? That feeling was coming कि यार right partner है. और अब जैसे जैसे हम और काम करते हैं, इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, I think this is the bond is getting stronger and stronger, and we are happier that we decided to partner with Nexus over everyone else at that point in time. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
मैंने इनसे पूछो कितनी बार इनको फोन किए थे.
So मतलब वो आप मेरी एज को थोड़ा डिस्काउंट कर सकते हो. उस टाइम पे I was very young, so I am guilty of not receiving money and calls from someone from here also, like Sanjay sir, back in 2012, 2013 when I was running another company at that point in time, he offered me money, but I instead of that I decided to join Dine Out. So आज भी वो गुस्सा है उस बात पे.
Manish, one thing I love about you, and which most people don't appreciate as much, is honest investor communication. So Manish, after 2 months of fundraising and after the money has been wired, calls and says, Prateek, problem ये चल रही है, numbers 1/3 कर देते हैं. And he is very fine saying that. In our internal pitch meeting, he's like, earlier we were very, very poor, now we are very poor, and we need to improve. So would love to, I think everyone should appreciate that flavor, that honest communication actually leads to better partnerships and better camaraderie.
Absolutely. So see, in our case, we are in the business of trust, right? These agents, actually they have to trust us to start working on our app. So if we are in the business of trust, we have to, within our internal group, that cannot something which we should compromise, right? So with investors, I think that again, that's about choosing the right partner. It's both sides. So from our side, हमारा business 2 बार almost 70% down हुआ है in last 12 to 18 months, and that's a call that we have taken, a business call कि ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करेंगे, इसको ऐसे change करते हैं, etc. etc. And I have been very candid, open, transparent with these people, saying कि देखो ये हम change कर रहे हैं, ये इसलिए कर रहे हैं, इससे ये वाली चीज ऐप में अब काम करना बंद कर देगी और धंधा 70% डाउन हो जाएगा 3 महीने के लिए. That's my exact line of communication to them, and they, again, because they have a very, very long-term mindset, they understand that it takes a lot of time, lot of iterations. Company building is not an easy thing. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of, lot of things get involved, and they understand it really well. So whenever we go to them and say that we are doing this, and we believe why we are doing this is going to pan out, you know this is how it is going to work in the long run. I think हमें कभी सोचना ही नहीं पड़ा because they are always like कि go for it, we are with you, don't worry about numbers, we are here to play the long game. So ये 1-2 महीने ऊपर नीचे numbers आते जाते रहते हैं. No, I'm just talking to everyone here that this is how important it is to have this open, transparent and honest communication. And what does it take from an investor side to accept this? Because not everyone is very encouraging about it. कि पैसे आते हैं तुम बोल रहे हो कि तुम्हारे नंबर कम होंगे, right? This is not a healthy thing, but they understood it and they are always supported.
Awesome, thank you. And I'll just take 5 minutes to take the questions from the audience. One is having co-founder very important for success if you fulfill main requirements and everything else is in the house?
So, see, when I started as a solo founder, मुझे लगता था शायद overvalued है importance of having a co-founder. Because मैं solo founder था तो मुझे बताना भी दिखाना भी यही पड़ता था. But you know, but after having one, I have realized that see again, company building takes a lot of time, lot of hard work, lot of departments are there, marketing, operations, sales, product, tech, the list is endless. And शक्तिमान ही होगा जो you know without money and everything you can do it. So it's always good to have 2-3 people with again skills तो हो ही जाता है but with the right mindset etc. तो I after seeing both the sides, solo founder, having a co-founder, I believe that yes, it is advisable and you should definitely get someone. It's a lonely journey. Lot of times you will be rejected. You need someone to have, like, you know, by your side, and definitely worth it. So I would recommend to have a co-founder, but just for the sake of having a co-founder, don't have it also. मतलब just because co-founder होना ही चाहिए तो कॉलेज के दोस्त को पकड़ लिया, कुछ भी कर लिया, वो सब भी नहीं होना चाहिए. It has to be a very thought through process. But yes, you need to have a co-founder in the long run.
Second question is, what happened in 6 months that the investors who rejected started coming back to invest in OneCode?
I think it was about again problem and market. Investors को 2-3 चीजें clear समझ में आती है. And again सभी को पता होगा यहाँ पे टीम कैसी है, प्रॉब्लम कितनी बड़ी है और क्या ये दोनों मिलके सॉल्व कर सकते हैं क्या, मतलब क्या ये टीम ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर सकती है क्या. ये 2 फंडामेंटल्स होते हैं. तो जब हम वापस गए सबके पास तो हमारे पास ज़्यादा कन्विक्शन था, ज़्यादा डेटा था, हम बहुत अच्छे से सबको समझा पाए कि यार देखो ये प्रॉब्लम है, इस तरह से सॉल्व होगी और ये हम कर रहे हैं. देन आई थिंक इट बिकेम अ वेरी इजी प्रोसेस. तो मतलब 6 महीने पहले तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट लग रहा था कि यार पता नहीं कैसे फंड रेजिंग होती है, कैसे वो लोग पैसे उठा लेते हैं, कभी नंबर आएगा नहीं आएगा, सभी रिजेक्ट कर रहे हैं. वो 6 महीने में बिल्कुल बदल गया व्हेन क्लैरिटी वाज देयर ऑन बिजनेस. तो यार बीइंग एन एंटरप्रेन्योर 80% काम धंधा कस्टमर्स के लिए करो, कंपनी के लिए करो, 20% है रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग, एंड वो 20% अपने आप हो जाएगा अगर 80% सही चल रहा है. तो हम लोग क्या प्रायोरिटी शिफ्ट कर देते हैं क्योंकि थोड़ा वो होता है ना, फंडिंग का पीआर होती है, न्यूज़ में आता है, ग्लोरीफाइड है, सब कुछ है, वो सब हो जाएगा, बट इट टेक्स टाइम, इट्स अ प्रोसेस.
Well said.
I think they got the idea from the data from 1.0 only, right? They looked at
Yeah.
it, okay, figured out this sector will make sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last question from Shantanu. With all the feedback coming in from customers, various stakeholders, mentors, how to stick to your product roadmap? Or is it advisable to alter the roadmap?
Yeah. So see, I don't believe in long or like quarterly or 6 monthly product roadmaps. मुझे लगता है कि अगर तुमने आज ही सोच लिया कि तुम्हें 3 महीने में क्या करना है, तो तुमने कमिट कर दिया कि 3 महीने में हम कुछ भी सीखे हम बदल लेने वाले. Which is not the right attitude in the beginning. मतलब after a point this should be done, but early stage में ये थ्योरी नहीं चलती. हम लोग तो बहुत ही एजाइल रहे हैं. मतलब हमने आज कुछ समझा, 2 लोगों से बात की, वैलिडेट किया, समझ में आया कि हाँ यार ये बिल्कुल समझ में आ रहा है. हम लोग 2-3 लोग लगते हैं, 2-3 दिन में एक MVP टाइप बनाते हैं, किसी भी फॉर्म में एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं, चलता है तो उसको मेन प्रोडक्ट में इंटीग्रेट कर देते हैं. हमारे यहाँ अब हम लोग थोड़ा मंथली प्लान करने लगे हैं कि इस मंथ दीज आर द 5 थिंग्स दैट वी वांट टू फोकस ऑन. बट इससे पहले अंटिल एंड अनलेस जो हमने लाइक बिफोर $13 मिलियन राउंड जो हमने 5 मिलियन रेज किए थे, उस टाइम तक तो वी वर वेरी अजाइल, वेरी अजाइल. तो एट दिस स्टेज ये सब मतलब प्रोडक्ट रोड मैप और मतलब स्ट्रैटेजी होना सही है, बट 3-4 महीने का काम अगर आज ही कमिट कर दोगे तो फिर 3-4 महीने में जो सीख रहे हो उसका क्या, राइट? सो यू हैव टू कीप लर्निंग, यू हैव टू कीप इवॉल्विंग. 2 weeks is a good enough time to experiment anything, to take the product to market. एक वो फंडा होता है कि आप जिस प्रॉब्लम को जितना टाइम देते हो वो प्रॉब्लम उस टाइम में उतना एक्सपेंड हो जाती है. तो अगर आप एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने में अपने आप को 1 महीना दोगे तो वो प्रॉब्लम 1 महीना लगाएगी. अगर आप उस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने में अपने आप को 2 हफ्ते दोगे तो वो 2 हफ्ते में हो जाएगी. तो हमेशा तो 2 हफ्ते का टाइम दो, प्रॉब्लम सोल्यूशन मार्केट में जाओ, वैलिडेट करो और इवॉल्व होते रहो, चेंज होते रहो.
Very well said, and I'll end on that high note. So thank you Manish, for doing this and telling your story.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, Manish, and thank you so much, Pratik. This was a wonderful set. Please stay here for a while. We've got a memento that we've got to present. So, Pratik. Just have to accept it for this phenomenal conversation that we just witnessed.